where we've just done your mid-year examination practice paper. Okay, we go through this, right? This is the classification diagram here, right? What is X? X must be a plant. Of course, a plant is a living thing, right? And classify as objects, okay? Non-living and living. So a plant over here, a water lily is a plant, not a koala. Koala is an animal. Plastic flower is just a non-living object. So it's the science textbooks. Okay, answer 2. Next, Mindy observes that her dog rushes to the door when he hears the doorbell ring. Okay, there's some sort of response and reaction. Okay, which following characteristics describe best Mindy's observation of a dog. Living things can respond. Right, which one of the following living things? The orchid plant and butterfly. Right, and he enjoys watching the fish feeding on the water plant in the fish tank. Based on the picture of him taken by his mother, which of the following statements is correct? Okay, so it's highlighted A, E, D. A, E, D are the only living things. Number 4. Look at this graph here. Watch out for the sudden surge, right, in the increase. This is a high increase. These are low increase. You see, from 10 to 11 goes up. All right, the height difference is not so much, but the height difference here is much greater. All right, okay. Now, based on the graph, at which age did Jamie grow the fastest? Here, from 12 to 13. Now, Ken found something in the garden. He grouped them as shown in the classification table below, living and non-living. And obviously this is not right. Okay, which of the following things is classified wrongly? Bicycle. Bicycle here is not living things, therefore it is 4. Bicycle. 7. Ned put a plant inside a black box. Okay, this is the black box, means light does not go in, the box is opaque, and it plays a hole right here. Okay, this means that the surrounding light should be able to go into the box through the hole here. Okay, and you can see the tilting of the plant over here. Okay, now she observed that the plant grew towards the hole, grew this way, towards the hole. Okay, it is because there was more light outside the box. Okay, nothing to do with water, nothing to do with whether the stem is weak. Okay, it is the plant responding to light. Okay, outside. Plant needs light to make food. Alright, next. A and B, this is fern and moss, M-O-S-S. Right, do not mix this up with mold. This is moss. Mosses are non-flowering plants. Okay, A are non-flowering plants, and this here are the flowering plants. Okay, so it's 3. Ahmad saw some green patches on the rock. He looked closer and saw that these small living things do not have flowers. And he's able to see them. It is not microscopic, therefore it's not bacteria. Right? A rose plant has flower, and toadstools are just like they're quite similar to the normal mushrooms, right? So it must be the mosses, the non-flowering plant that are grown around the rocks. Grass and lalang, okay, just a longer type of plants grown like grass. Okay, they have green leaves, correct? They are land plant, but none of them are poisonous, and none of them are found in water. So answer is A, B. Next, which one of the following statement about fungi is false? They have leaves. False. Okay, they're living things, true, fungi can be eaten. Some fungi, take note, right? And they need air, food, and water. Answer 1, they have leaves, right? The statement is false. Now this log, okay, given the right condition for number 2, the log is there with all the nutrients, and it is damped with water. It provides air, food, and water for fungi to grow after a few days. Next. Now Raj was given a container of identical looking cubes. Look, identical looking cubes, right? But the cubes, they are made of different materials. One type will be the styrofoam. As you know, styrofoam can float, they're light, okay? And the rest are made of metal, all right? Identical looking, look about the same size, but made of different materials. So how would you separate them, right? The cubes, the metal cubes from the styrofoam cubes, right? Without touching them, right? Best answer, fill the container up with water. Why? Yes, the styrofoam would float, okay? The metal would remain sunk in the water. That's how you separate them. 14. Yusuf conducted a series of tests on these 4 materials, P, Q, R, S. Okay, which of this material will be used as pillow cover? All right, do you need a hard pillow cover? Is it strong? Is it necessary? Okay, the best is flexible. That is the best answer. Okay, unless you are sleeping on the water, then you need something to float, right? If not, this is the normal way of using a pillowcase. Now, how are ferns similar to fungi? Ferns, non-flowering plant. Fungi could be mold, could be mushrooms. Okay, both have gills. Not true, only fungi have. And both have green leaves. Nope, there's a fern, they have green leaves. And flowering, not true at all. So the common features is both reproduced by spores. Section B, things at the playground. QR, slide, dustbin, children, birds. Looks like these are the living things. So Q, this is the other way around. Take note there. Q is non-living thing, so this is Q. This R, okay, living things. All right, you don't change this, but you just make sure that this Q here is non-living things. Right, let's carry on. He also saw a spider while playing on the slides. Okay, the spider belonged to group R, living things. Group R, living things. Now this is the answer. It is self-explanatory. You should be able to understand. Slowly pause the video and read. Right, most of you got it correct. Next. Okay, the diagram shows a beaker. This is a beaker, just a container, half covered by a towel. Towel are just like your ceramic towel, a floor towel, a piece of them taken, just placed on top of the beaker. Now the other half of the beaker is exposed to strong sunlight. Okay, strong sunlight probably is definitely will irritate the mealworm. Okay, the mealworm is too dry for them. They will move away to something more comfortable, a shade, right? Now, the mealworm prefers the dark and damp places. All right, dark and damp. Most probably in the sunlight, all water evaporated, and here is more cooling and probably there's some moisture inside. Now, what will the mealworm do after a few minutes? It will move into the shade underneath the towel. Okay, right? And what characteristics of living things does this experiment shows? That living things can respond to changes in their surroundings, right? Or if you put living things can move, just that then you get half a mark. If you place both, living things can respond to changes in their surrounding and they can move, there's just 1 full mark. Right, 3 boxes over here. Note that these are opaque boxes. Okay, it means light does not go through. They just show you the plant inside. Okay, it does not mean you can see through really. Okay, glass box covered with black paper, it means totally opaque. Okay, now 2 of them, A and C, they have the holes on top. Okay, now take note that for A, sunlight is everywhere. Okay, so the plant would definitely grow normal, in a normal condition, right? Normal situation, normal style. But for this case, the plant has to grow towards the hole. Alright, and most probably after a moment of time, the plant should be able to get out of the hole, alright, for more sunlight. So which plant A, B, C have the best condition for growth? This over here. Right, this is totally covered because one of the condition is left is gone, especially the light condition. Okay, now looking at the boxes above, put a tick in the statement that is correct. Now all plants receive light, not true. B, so you don't put a tick here. Plant B will not grow well. Let's take a look. Plant B, yes, definitely, because lack of one of the conditions besides air, food and water. Okay, there is so much less light. Okay, so this is true and this is agreeable. Next, only plant C grow towards the hole, not true. This is, although this is normal, right, you still continue to grow as long as it's growing taller, you go through the hole. Okay, let's carry on. Number 20, she placed sunflower next to the window of bedroom. Sunflower. Now take this sunflower not as what you understand about sunflower, but take this sunflower as plants. Okay, some of you knew that the sunflower respond to the direction of sunlight by the flower itself. There are some features there, right? If you say sunflower, they do respond to the direction of sunlight, fine, it is correct, right? It talks about living things responding to changes in surrounding. But why is it growing towards the window? Because it needs light to make food. It is a plant. It needs light to make food. And at the same time, it responded to the light source, or what you call the stimuli. Okay, that is something which being placed near window. This is thing, the light streaming into the window is something that causes the plant to move towards because it needs the light. Okay, so it responded by growing towards the light source. Now she went overseas for the next 2 weeks and nobody looked after the plant. The plant died after 2 weeks. Okay, what do you think happened? Now place here there is air, okay, and place near the window there is light, is always given there. Now if you just say that the plant needs water to survive because there is no water, okay, it is not quite a good answer, quite powerful answer. But you must say that although the plant needs water, okay, already something is happening. Okay, so besides having air and light, alright, which produces need light to produce food, although you need water because she hasn't watered it, right, but already air and light is given, the plant can survive. The plant need water to survive too. Okay, so it's being phrased this way: besides having air and light available here, right, the plant needs water to survive as a complete condition that needs air, food and water for a living thing to survive. Next, these two are weak stems. Okay, you can see growing along. It doesn't grow upright. For this case, it follows the rod or the plant, part of another plant. Okay, they have weak stem because they could not stand upright. All right, so we put it, they have weak stem, right? Nothing else. Now, Judy planted a tree in the garden, measured the height of the tree once she planted it, shown this way. Of course, this is only 50 cm, the tree. This is probably a seedling and a young plant, but it doesn't look like a big tree. Anyway, the picture is not so representative. Height is 50 cm, about half a meter. Now, after the years, okay, after 5 years, it has grown from 50 cm all the way to 120 cm, which is about 1.2 meters. Okay, now what can Judy conclude about the height of the tree as it grows older? The height increased, remember. Okay, the height has increased. Look at the measurement. First years, after 1 year, 60 cm, then later grew, right, another 20 cm to 80, 100, and so on. Okay, now there's another way of looking at it. If you want to be more precise, of course, the best answer just said that it has increased. The other way of looking at it, you could say this. For the first, what can you conclude at the height? Okay, the first 2 years it increased by, okay, this increased by 20, increased by, after that, the third year by 20. After the third year, it just grew by 10 and by 10. Okay. That could be alright, but the best and simplest straightforward answer would be that the height increased. These are mushrooms. They are actually absorbing nutrients from the this rotting log, a piece of wood which has water inside. Okay, the group is fungi, not mushroom. Group means the classification group of these organisms. They are fungi. Now, so organism P cannot make its own food. They feed on rotting log over here. All right. Next, to make a raincoat. Why make raincoats are made of plastic? Because they're both the best answers are waterproof and flexible. You cannot be wearing something hard and can't move, right? You must wear something like the clothes, but in the rain it needs to be waterproof and light. Because plastic is light, you cannot be wearing a very heavy woolen or leather jacket. Okay. Now, drinks are made of metal because they're strong. They will not break easily when dropped. Okay, not glass, but something which can contain the water. Now over here, you must be hardworking enough to write down this. A, here it does not break. See, does not break. Does it break when dropped? It says no. Can it stretch? No. See, does not break, cannot stretch. Okay, write the rest over here and you should be able to answer properly. Right, so these are the answers. A is the describing metal rock, B the rubber band, C ceramic cup, and so on. Okay, now household potted plants are often placed outside the house or near the windows. Why? Because plants need sunlight to make food. That's all. They need sunlight to make food. Now, if John decided to build a greenhouse, go and Google the internet, find out how a greenhouse look like. Okay, now in a greenhouse, it means you have to protect the plant from the other elements like strong wind, strong rain. So usually just cover the plants in a big house, greenhouse, glass. Okay, use glass. At the same time, why? Because the glass allows light to pass through. All right, enable them to make food. Okay, that's all. Hope you continue to learn from these corrections.